Hello everyone. Alright, I showed my face. That's about all you're going to see of my face today. It is an absolutely gorgeous day today on the Cherokee Nation Reservation. I am on the banks of the Evansville Creek near Stillwell, Oklahoma. I am about 2 miles, give or take, a little bit as the crow flies from my house. But this is one of the very many beautiful creeks we have in the Cherokee Nation. And it's especially pretty right now because it just rained the last few days, so the water's up a little bit. And this is a creek that whenever I was growing up, I would come down here a lot along with my friends, and we would just hang out and chill along the creek. We'd swim, well, I guess you could call it swimming what we did. It's not really that deep here. We couldn't jump off the bluffs or anything. It's not that deep down there. But we would definitely get in the water and play around, and I had a kayak, and I would kayak in this little pool of water right here. This creek doesn't get wide enough or deep enough to really do a lot of long-term kayaking, but here in this little pool, it was a fun little area to kayak, just to spend a few hours a day, or whatever. And my friends and I, we would have kayak races sometimes. It's a pretty straight stretch there, so we would have kayak races sometimes, and we'd just be boys, and girls. Some of my friends were girls. So. But anyway, I want to talk to you about something that I really hate that I have to talk to you about. But I guess I'm going to have to talk to you all about it because as much as I don't feel like I need to prove who I am, everybody from here knows who I am. From my community knows who I am. My tribe knows who I am. So I think that should be enough, but obviously it isn't. But it's been right at a week since I made the announcement that I'm going to start this YouTube channel and, share the different sights and sounds of the Cherokee Nation, and also to talk about my art and just different stuff, and basically just share my life with people. And I have already received some pushback from different people. I've gotten 3 Facebook messages from different accounts. I believe it's the same person, and I really think I know who the person is, just because the language is the same, and just the way everything's worded, it just sounds like this person. That I'm not going to name them because it doesn't matter. But basically, this one message that I want to talk about specifically, it basically told me just to give it up. Okay, I'm trying to think exactly what it said. I should have printed it out and read it, but it said something along the lines, and I'm going to paraphrase. It said, to give it up, quit trying to make yourself relevant. You are not Cherokee, you are white. Or no, it didn't say you're not Cherokee, it said you're not native, you are white. Well, obviously. Just look at me. I'll show my face one more time. Look at me. I'm obviously not full-blood. I have never claimed to be full-blood. I'm not even what you would consider a high-blood quantum Indian. I'm what most people would call a thin-blood. However, this is my tribal enrollment card. The Cherokee Nation is a federally recognized tribe. My tribe has recognized me in many different ways, namely giving me the title of a Cherokee National Living Treasure, which that is an award that is not given to very many people. And I was given that award because of everything I do to promote, to teach, and to share Cherokee basketry with people. So I received that recognition from my tribe. And so that right there should be enough to let everybody know that I'm at least recognized by my tribe as Cherokee. Now, am I an Indian? Okay, well, I guess as far as the federal government goes, I can call myself Indian. I can call myself an American Indian because I am enrolled in a federally recognized Indian tribe. So I have every legal right to call myself an Indian. Do I call myself an Indian? No, I do not. And the reason I do not has to do with respect for members of my family who are higher blood quantum. And you can tell just by looking at them, by their skin tone and by their features, it's very obvious that they are Native American. And also friends that I went to school with, elders in my church. You know, these people who grew up being profiled and being treated differently because of their appearance. White privilege is a thing in America. It is a problem in America. And even though I am from one of the most populous the county that I live in Youre County, has one of the highest populations of Native Americans in the United States, according to some censuses that you read. And even my community knows who I am, knows I am Cherokee. Most people in school, you know, talking about teachers who may not have known me growing up, and mostly after I became an adult and started the workforce, would look at me and they would view me as a white man. They didn't view me as an Indian, you know. And I even heard employers make comments as such that they were not going to hire lazy natives. And that happened here in Stillwell, in the town I live in. And the owners of this establishment, it was a video store. The owners of this establishment, they were not from here. They came from somewhere over in Arkansas, and they opened this video store. And they made that comment when we first opened. I was one of the first employees there. And they made that comment that they were not going to hire natives because they didn't want any lazy people working for them. And I quit right after that. I lasted at that job just maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And after I heard that comment, I quit. And I told them, I pulled out my CIB card out of my wallet and I showed them. I told them, you better be careful because just about everybody in this town, despite how they look, are probably enrolled in the tribe. If they're not enrolled, they more than likely have family that are enrolled. So, you know, I just basically told them they needed to be careful what they said. And I believe they got over that and they quit saying that because they did end up hiring some native people after that. And it was a pretty successful business here in this town for many years. But anyway, I'm not trying to talk about it. I'm just saying, you know, I witnessed that growing up. And as an adult, that's why I don't call myself an Indian, because I don't feel like, since I didn't go through that growing up and I didn't experience prejudice growing up, I just feel like I don't, out of respect for these people in my life that I know, I just don't feel like I should call myself Indian. I am Cherokee. I say I am a Cherokee citizen. I am a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. And that's about it right there. And there's the proof right there. That's the one and only time I'm going to get on here and show my card. There's nothing on there that anybody can steal my registry number. That's not important. Can't steal my identity that way. But anyway, I will not show the other side because the other side is the CDIB which it comes from the Federal Bureau of Indian Affairs. So, since that's an actual federally issued document, I'm not gonna share that on camera. Even though this right here, this is a legal document, it is federally distributed, I guess, but it's distributed by my tribe and not the federal government. I think it makes sense to me. What I just said makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to everybody else, but anyway, that's it in a nutshell. You know, it just brings up a lot of discussion. What makes somebody Indian? You know, is it skin color alone? If you think that, I feel sorry for you. You know, because I know people who are 4/4 Cherokee by blood, full bloods on their CDIB card, who they know nothing about traditional culture, traditional ceremonies, traditional foods. I worked with a lot of young people up at the casino from Salina and Little Kansas and Kenwood. Young people back then who were around 19, 20 years old, they did not know the difference between a stomp dance and a powwow, and they couldn't tell the difference between southeastern beadwork and peyote stitch beadwork, which is not traditional to Cherokee style beadwork. Couldn't tell the difference between a single wall and a double wall basket, which I'm not hating on anybody for that, you know, but I'm just saying, you know, your skin color, I mean, it matters, I guess. It means something, I guess, but it's not all that defines who people are, you know. And the fact that I am recognized as Cherokee by my tribe, and most importantly, in my community, where I'm from, where I have lived the majority of my life. You know, that's what makes me Cherokee to me. It's not this card right here. This card right here, it is proof that I am Cherokee, and it enables me to participate in art markets. You know, it protects me in a way from fraud, and you know, from people who fraudulently claim that they're native. It protects me legally, you know, whenever somebody tries, you know, I'm able to sell my art as native made, you know, legally, because I have this card. But really, that's not what makes me Cherokee. I didn't have this card the majority of my life. I was not enrolled until, let's say what year I enrolled in. 2003 is the year that I enrolled in the Cherokee Nation. And the reason we did not enroll prior to that was because we honestly thought that since we had our CDIB cards, we were enrolled. We didn't know that you had to like go through a whole other process, which you do. You definitely do have to go through an actual process to be officially enrolled in the tribe. But what it was is we went to get, I went to get a license plate on my car, and I gave them my CDIB card, and they said, well, do you have your blue card? I was like, well, what's a blue card? They said, your tribal card that shows you're enrolled. I was like, well, this is my CDIB card. It says I'm Cherokee, you know, right there. And they said, no, it's different. And so anyway, before I could get my license plates, I had to go over to the enrollment office, and I got enrolled, and they gave me a paper that day. It was a couple months before I actually got my card in the mail. But they gave me a letter, and I was able to take it over to the tribal tag office. And because that letter, it said that I met the requirements to be enrolled in the tribe, and that it was okay for them to go ahead and issue me my license plate, my tribal license plate. So that's how that came about. And then I went back home, and I said, you know, we're not enrolled in the tribe. We have our CDIB cards, but we're not enrolled. And then so I started getting the rest of my family enrolled that way, you know, and that was in 2003. And I had already been participating in cultural events, you know, at the Cherokee Nation prior to that, you know, and even though I wasn't officially enrolled in the tribe, but anyway, yeah, what are y'all's thoughts? Do y'all think that skin color should determine your status as a tribal member? I don't believe so. I mean, I respect everybody's opinions. You know, everybody has their right and to believe the way that you want to believe. And sorry for that noise. There's a road right up, just right up behind me here. There's a road, and there's a lot of cattle trailers that are up and down on this road. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that skin tone is enough to... It's just not. I mean, I think it's sad that, you know, if you really think that you're more Cherokee than somebody just because you have darker skin, I feel sorry for you, you know, if you say that and then you don't know anything about culture and, you know, traditions and ceremony. You've never been to a stomp dance and you don't know the difference between a stomp dance and a powwow. I really feel sorry for you. You need to find a ceremonial ground and go attend a stomp dance. But anyway, I'm going to close it with that. I would appreciate everybody subscribing to my channel. I'm not monetized yet. I have to have at least 1,000 subscribers before I can even begin to get monetized. There's more to it than that. I don't know everything that goes into being monetized, but I do know that that's the first step I have to take, and that's the first goal I have to reach, is to get at least 1,000 subscribers. And I hope I can do that pretty quick, because I really would like to get monetized so I could get some better video equipment and some microphones and some stuff like that. And also, I'd like to tell everybody, I'm a full-time artist now, and I do not have a regular 9-to-5 job anymore. So I am supporting myself, creating my art, and teaching classes. If anybody finds my videos entertaining at all, if you'd like to donate a couple dollars, you know, to help me buy art supplies so I can start posting some videos of me creating my art on this channel. I'm very close to being out of supplies right now because I was sick this past winter and I wasn't able to work very much. And I'm doing better now, but, you know, financially I kind of got drained a little bit. And I'm not begging anybody for anything. You know, if you want to help me, I'd appreciate it. If you don't, that's fine. But if you do, in the comment that is going to be pinned on here will be links to my Square, where you can click on it and you can make a donation using your card that way. And I'll also have my link to Cash App on there. You can make a Cash App donation if you'd like to, and any funds that is donated to those two accounts will be used either for art supplies or for equipment to help me get this channel up and going. But anyway, other than that, I have some more videos coming out this week. I already have one of them filmed. I'm just not sure whenever I'm going to drop it yet. But anyway, God bless everybody. I hope everyone has a great week.